Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look here at ICP, seeing what is going on here. This coin is actually behaving a lot better than most other coins in the market. For example, Solana, stronger coin, SUI, stronger coin. They're all pulling back really hard with Bitcoin, where ICP seems to be bottoming out. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you just take a long in the blind, but it does tell us that we're looking to be in pretty good shape here. And again, at this point, what we want to look at is a few key factors before we take any trades, and just kind of look at both sides abstractly without forming a bias on long versus short. You want to kind of consider both sides of the tracks there, okay? So again, if you're new to the channel, just want to say welcome aboard. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tag is a site link down below. Jumping over to our Discord, get your learn on, so to speak. We got us a nice profit here from Bitcoin. Yesterday in the afternoon, essentially hit our 46%, all targets achieved there. And of course, SUI get 40% there on 2 targets. So again, nice little week here for shorts. While we're taking some profits on some longs, it was Ethereum and Near Protocol, we're taking better, more consistent profit to the downside. So just know the market right now is still in a downtrend. And until that shifts or that changes, we got to presume it's going to continue, right? Again, don't get blindly stuck on the price going down, but until invalidation occurs of the price pulling back, there's no reason I expect the price just to rip back up. It takes a while for prices to bottom out, and we're still establishing a bottom. I don't even think we're quite there yet on Bitcoin. That's just my personal opinion. Feel free to watch my Bitcoin videos if you're curious on what I mean by that. Let's take a quick look, of course, at the liquidation levels and kind of see where we're at. This is par for the course for ICP. It's really normal. Again, ICP works itself into ranges, and then it will have like a pretty magnificent break to the upside or downside. We are really close to this heavy liquidation level at about 670, 650, right in that range. So you got to keep in mind the price could very well continue lower. However, we are due to find our bottom at some point, right? So perhaps that is it. Maybe we're seeing somewhat of a double bottom here. Because we look at the bigger picture, there is more liquidation accumulating above the price action. However, you actually zoom out, come to think of it, we're almost break even at this point with closer liquidation here as well. So I guess the general consensus is that we have a little bit more liquidation on the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a sweep of that lower level before the price recovers, especially if Bitcoin hits, like, just say 57K, for example. Then I would say that ICP will definitely shoot down to 650, and we'll have to reevaluate at that time. But for right now, looking at things just abstractly, kind of just bird's eye view, ICP is performing better than most coins are right now. Okay, and again, I think a lot of that is based on the fact that it's been held down for so long. Like, who would have thought that $6 to $7 is like the average price for ICP a couple months ago? Okay, it's crazy. All right, so now that we understand the back end stuff, let's quickly look at the regular stuff here and kind of just recognize that still bearish. In fact, strongly bearish on this coin on the daily time frame. Most coins are bearish too. Don't get me wrong; it's nothing abnormal. But we do take a look here. We can see there's nothing really telling us that the price wants to recover. We don't even have a convergence of the MACD. We're a few days away from that. And truth is, there's not a lot of reasons to take a long positions just yet. Okay. Now again, Bitcoin's responding well to the 57, 58K range. And if it continues to maintain its level here leading into the weekend, we might be able to invalidate that short consideration to the downside, and closing at today's point of control or higher, we might actually see Bitcoin continue further up. And if so, ICP will probably follow suit. But once again, we just got to be very, very careful in taking trades right now. Specifically altcoins. I don't like the way the altcoins been behaving lately, at least to the upside. So it doesn't make a ton of sense to just kind of buy the dip, even though we can kind of see that this is working out fairly well. All right, having said all that, we're still below all moving averages in the 4-hour time frame. That's a check to let us know that it's not wise to take a long position, at least not along with confidence. We're still under 50 on the RSI. Until we break above that, I'm not convinced we are back on track. Stochastic trying to swing up. We can see the MACD trying to converge. A lot of these are failed attempts, okay? And that's pretty consistent with a lot of coins. In fact, we can kind of draw out a smaller trend line here just to kind of pay attention to, so we know roughly where we may want to consider taking a trade, or perhaps not. Honestly, at this point, I don't feel comfortable taking a long position with this coin. Maybe considering a short, depending on how this descending trend works out. But the key takeaway here is the 4-hour time frame shows it's truly bearish. There's no other way around it. There's no hidden divergences. There's nothing crazy or weird. It's literally just as is, straight up vanilla. There's no reason to take a long position. We're barely up over the 20-day SMA on the hourly, which is kind of a bit of a consolation. But the truth is, we want to be above the cloud before we take any trades, right? As you can kind of see, the descending trend line is working fairly concurrent with this Ichimoku cloud. The upper and lower lead are working as resistances until they're broken. So we got to presume that we're going to have some resistance if the price comes up here to reject off that descending trend. In fact, it may be advantageous to even consider a short position at the $7 to $7.10 range, just because of the simple fact that we have that descending trend line and it's holding strong for the last 24 to 48 hours. Furthermore, too, if we do take a look, of course, at the conversion lines below the baseline, lagging span is almost intersecting with the price action. Generally unfavorable to consider a long or a short position at this exact moment. But if we do see the conversion line cross over the baseline, just say the price action closes at 710 or higher here today, that might be a solid consideration to maybe take a long position. Okay. Again, I generally like to wait until the price action performs a bullish backtest of either the descending trend line, so something along these lines here first, or at the very least closes soundly above the cloud here, both of which you want to kind of have as a consideration to take a position. So those are just some thoughts here, of course, from some guy online that's only been trading for about 10 years, no correction, 20 years, but closer to 10 in crypto. And I can tell you, it's one of those things that's it's been interesting and amazing the whole time here, and it's a lot of fun to trade crypto, but you got to recognize you got to be responsible too. So we use low leverage, low position size. So again, with these trades I shared with you so far, any of these profits that we're taking, they're 5x to 10x leverage trades. We only ever 10x leverage Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we only ever 5x leverage altcoins, right? So it's just one of those things. Get in a good habit of using the same amount every single trade, because then you'll have more consistency and you'll have a lot better fortune moving forward, because you know how much you're expecting to lose or gain per trade. And that's the important thing. A lot of people, they'll jump around all over the place and they'll get destroyed because they trade emotionally and they try to recover their losses with revenge trading. It never works out. All right, folks. Anyways, that's all we got. Appreciate you watching. If you do want to become, again, a better trader, CryptoCache.tag is a site. Link down below. We have a new Pioneer package, of course, that allows access to my trade alerts, which are basically just alerts that I kind of send, letting you know specifically, areas of interest, trades I'm planning to take. Those inevitably become premium and premium plus trades. Furthermore, too, make sure you reference my university if you're part of my community. It makes no sense to waste that knowledge. And then, of course, always read through my signals guide so you know specifically how to structure your trades effectively if you're going to choose to follow my signals. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, though. Thanks again so much for your time. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.